a few weeks back, and we said, why not we go online? And Dr. Malnesh has readily agreed.
Yeah, good
Let me
evening, everyone.
compliment
Good
his
evening, sir.
enthusiasm. I think that's the
Namaskaram,
right
sir.
topic we have chosen for this day. He is more
So today,
enthusiastic and more concerned for the rural people. That's what his concern is always, to how do we reach them? How do we educate them? How do we enlighten them? How do we bring them on par with the urban areas? That's the concern with which he's in. I congratulate him and wish him all the very best on the launch of Dr. CM Talks. And it will go several miles in your life and reach into the large number of millions of people. And I wish you shortly reach millions views in the Dr. CM Talks. Without losing much of the time, let me get into the topic. The topic is enthusiasm is superpower to success. You need to have the enthusiasm to reach the goal, what you set for yourself. You need to look at it. The output of a burning desire is enthusiasm. You need to have the desire to excel, desire to do something, desire to do something. That burning desire is required. And that's what we call is enthusiasm. The way to turn your work, what is the kind of work you take, what is the activity you take up, work into play, and have the motivation to take up the advantage which you don't take it as a work, it's a play, it's a game which you're doing it with a lot of love and passion. You're doing things happens. And nothing great has ever achieved without enthusiasm. You look at the entire history of mankind, and nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is the backbone, it's a driving wheel which makes people to achieve greater things in their life. Enthusiasm and vision help every great person to realize their dreams, whatever they're dreaming about it. Enthusiasm combined with a vision, you need to have it. What's the kind of goal you set for it? What's the kind of target you want to do? What's the kind of standards you want to achieve it? That's an area where you need to focus on it. You need to look at it. Enthusiasm for life and enthusiasm for learning is very, very important. My dear friends, learning is lifelong today. It's not like 50 years back where once you learn and pass out of the university, your lifelong is over. No, today it's not possible. So you need to have enthusiasm for learning, and that make you enthusiasm for life. You can lead the life in a much better way. Can happen. Enthusiasm, to put it in simple words, is a difference in having to do a task or wanting to do a task. I stress the word wanting to do a task, not having, because somebody gives assignment, we start working on it. That's having to do. Wanting to do a task is enthusiasm. We talk about it. It implies action is a way that motivates and unlocks the person so that it's totally focused on the mind. It's very, very important. You need to have the focus of mind is very, very important. If mind can conceive it, heart can believe it, and you can achieve the things, whatever you think about it. Work easily seems like play, and time passes without any notice, without notice. Once you enjoy doing the task, then you don't look at the time, and time passes suddenly, and you achieve things what you. My dear friends, balamu kaadu kavalsindi, sankalpa balam kavali. The power of determination is required. Balamu, we go to do some gym and then yoga, meditation, walking, jogging, all that is physical strength. What I'm talking is mental strength you need to have. Balam kaadu called sankalpa balam kavali. And that power can translate into actions, you can do it. My dear friends, dare to dream and strive to achieve it. Thinking small is a climb. You're all capable of reaching great heights in your life. Believe in yourself. There's nothing called you can't do it. You're all capable. I'm a strong believer in the youth of this country. Each one of you are capable of reaching great heights. Believe me, trust me, it's possible. What you need is a little more concentration, a little more focus on your goal for which you're destined, and you can work on it, and you will reach the goal. Let me assure you on that. Enthusiasm skill. I have learned from the great Napoleon Hill that enthusiasm is a skill that can be learned and practiced by anyone. That's what I learned from that. And the easiest way to begin developing a skill is to focus in one thing that you like being best. Whatever like you're doing the best, focus on that. Sharpen your skills and focus on it, work on it, and within no time you'll reach the peaks in that area, whatever you're choosing, you can reach it. It's not a big thing. This will naturally align the positive emotions. Please understand the word positive emotions in it, have it. Positive emotions and desire of the thing that will naturally spur enthusiasm and towards it. goal, what you want to achieve in your life is possible. Think about it. That's what is the power you need to have it. And that's the superpower which you have it. It's not that you need to buy somewhere, you have within you. You need to just stay focused and work on it, you can do it. And this will be especially helpful when talking with other people and you want to get excited about something they are passionate about it. Because somebody is passionate about something, then automatically the way they are expressing it, enthusiasm is visible to us. You can happen. I would put it as IDEA. I'd like to put it. My dear friends, focus on innovations. Innovation is the need of the hour. Now, for example, water bottle, you fill the water and put on the table, and sometimes it just falls, and that creates problem. Why not we modify the bottle? On one side you can have flat surface, the other three sides you can have a circular shape, and it can even lie on the table without any disturbance. Look at a simple innovation. Innovation can lead to development, and that development can be achieved with enthusiasm and apply the knowledge whatever we gain, and that's an area we need to focus it. You need to have that. My dear friends, no two words. One is improvement and second is development. Improvement is qualitative in nature and development is improvement is quantitative in nature and development is qualitative in nature. You need to move from quantitative to qualitative if you really want it. The entire life has to look at it, not in small things. Be enthusiastic about the task, whatever you're taken up, whatever is close to your heart. Take up that work and put your entire effort, energy on that, and you will reach the goal within no time. I'll assure you on that. It's important to remember that our emotions are reflected in the tone of the voice what you have it. The kind of emotions you have, the kind of belief systems you have it reflects on the tone automatically. And that's how people get attracted to it and happiness. This is regardless of the expression of that voice in written or audio or video, whatever it is, it automatically comes out. If you believe something strong and you say that's going to create positive impact on society, the way you are delivering it, it reaches the masses without your any effort, it reaches automatically can happen. So before you get started in communicating any of those domains, what are the domain you want to talk about it, you should spend some time getting enthusiastic about the subject and the person whom you're talking with or whom you're going to meet. First, you should be happy. Yes, I'm going to meet so and so person tomorrow. And it gets excited on you. That enthusiasm will generate and you will start meeting people, interacting that can happen. Your state of mind will be a key factor in determining the word choice and feelings these words can be. What are the kind of words you're choosing it in talking to people? And the feelings what you're expressing it. And that's all. People can easily, your word is, that's where we say mate mantram. The kind of words what you're choosing is very, very important. I quote again Napoleon Hill, tells a story on how turned down a very large commissioned writing job because he could not get enthusiastic about it. Just writing job was given to him and he was paid very well, but he said it's not enthusiastic to me. So what is the fun in doing this? And he quit the job. Please understand. High pay, but high pay, yes, fine. But what is it doesn't enthuse me? That's I'm going to be depressed at the end of the day, and I don't have energy to happen. So take up the task which is close to your heart, which you have the passion, and to do excel and focus on it. You will achieve the goals, whatever you talk about. He knew that his words. He knew that his words would lack the emotive qualities of the sponsor was looking for, and the project would be a failure totally because he knows that he's not putting the wholehearted effort. He is not enthusiastic about the work what he's doing, and naturally it leads to failure, not only to him, to the person who is working it. Look at the kind of things which he talks about it. So he quit the job, high paying job, he quit. He said it's not worth talking about it. And I would say, I look at IPE. My dear friends, inquisitiveness is very, very important. You need to have that inquisitive nature to know more and more details you need to look at. And don't expect results to come tomorrow morning. You need to have a lot of perseverance. Focus on that. And be enthusiastic in doing the task, and you will reach whatever you want in your life. My dear friends, Asay Mundali, you need to have a goal for your life. Asay Mundali, Anveshinche Manas Mundali. search for the information, whatever you require, search for the knowledge, what you require, practice the skill, what you're looking for it. ఆశయం ఉండాలి, అన్వేషించే మనసు ఉండాలి, ఆలోచన చేయగలగాలి. Develop your thinking skills. Don't jump to action. Think about it, and then you put it to action. What you want to do. So ఆశయం ఉండాలి, అన్వేషించే మనసు ఉండాలి, ఆలోచన చేయగలగాలి, and అనుభవాన్ని జోడించండి. You have certain experiences in the past. That experience can be used in the right way that can help you. అనుభవాన్ని జోడించండి, ఆచరణ పెట్టండి. Put to practice, implement things, and అవకాశాన్ని వాడుకోండి. Your parents are giving, your college is giving, the society is giving, your family is giving, all that opportunity you should like. So అన్వేషించే మనసు ఉండాలి, ఆలోచన చేయగలగాలి, అనుభవాన్ని జోడించండి, ఆచరణ పెట్టండి, అవకాశాన్ని వాడుకోండి. When you combine all this, అద్భుతాలను సృష్టించగలరు. You're all capable of creating wonders in your life is possible. Believe me, trust me. Let's see what the power of enthusiasm is. It is the most powerful engines of success. It's the most powerful engines of success. When you do a thing, do it with all your might. Put your whole soul into it. Is very, very important. You need to believe it. The task is going to really take you to greater heights, and put your entire effort, energy, and soul into it. You can achieve. Be active is very, very important. Be energetic. Put your entire energy. Be enthusiastic and faithful to work what you've taken up in it, to focus on it. And you will accomplish your objective, whatever you want. You will achieve your goal, what you wanted. You will achieve whatever you want in your life. You can reach the goals, whatever you set for yourself is possible. And that's an area where you need to focus it. I would say 3 P's are very, very important if you really want to achieve them. First and foremost, you need to have the passion to do things. But these days, most of the youth are carried away with fashion, not passion. Passion, you need to know. Purpose for which you are here, you need to know. And the perspective, you need to understand it. These 3 P's can lead to success, can happen. Enthusiasm is an amazing tool to reach the success, what you're looking for. This can happen. If you act enthusiastically and you become enthusiastic, and it spreads like a wildfire among your team members to begin with, among your family, among your friends, in your college, and the society at large can happen. It is going to happen. So I repeat again, if you act enthusiastically, you become enthusiastic, and it spreads like a wildfire, and the entire team also starts moving with you, and you can achieve the goals. Because most of these complicated things we can't achieve individually. We need to have a team of people. So first, I should be enthused and inspire my people, and then we all can go together and work with them. There are a few sessions and enthusiasm is, look at it. Enthusiasm creates a spur highway that allows the sessions to travel at high speeds, like the way when we get onto the highways. There are people who drive from 80 kilometers to 160 to 200 kilometers. They're driving depending on the road conditions and the vehicle conditions. We'll talk about it. So enthusiasm creates a spur, super highway, that allows the sessions to travel at a high speed, bypassing the gates of critical thought and enter directly into the mind, what we're talking about. There may be some hurdles in life. Please understand, it's very, very common. All that you'll be able to overcome those things and reach it. I repeat again for your benefit. Enthusiasm is a super highway that allows sessions to travel at high speed, bypassing the gates of critical thought and enter directly into the mind. It can happen, and thereby you achieve the goals what you set for us. That's the power of enthusiasm. You have it. This attribute is very much useful in the art of leadership. You want, because you need to lead a team of people. That leadership quality, first you must be enthusiastic, then you create enthusiasm among the team what you're working for it. We know today that the human mind has a mirror neurons, millions of neurons, that allows us to mimic and feel what we see. There's so much of neurons which are there, which automatically mimics what we see, we respond. Please understand, when you see suddenly some accident, the feelings are different. When you see something, a close friend of us whom we are meeting a long time, the feelings, and look at how the body is getting connected just by seeing it. All that can happen when you see something which is close to your heart. That can happen. So start focusing on it, and that enthusiastic vision will take the lead. This is why we know that today the humankind, the mirror neurons that allows to mimic the feel that what we see can happen. And there are near subconscious activities that just happen. Please understand, there's so many things without our effort that happens. I'll tell you a simple example. If let's say you have some complicated problem, you're not able to solve, you're not able to find a solution. Just before you go to bed, start thinking on those things and you get into sleep. Please understand one thing, mind never sleeps. So when you're sleeping, the now mind is entirely focused on that and try to find a solution. Next morning you wake up, yes, you find a solution, the solution is already there with you. Because during daytime we are distracted by so many events. And that will not happen when you're sleeping. So just before you go to sleep, just think on that and get in sleep. And now mind fully concentrates and you get a solution for that. Maybe it might happen somewhere midnight you woke up and say, yes, I have the solution, we can work on it. All this are possible, I'm telling you. We can use this to our advantage when attempt to persuade someone or something is what you look at it. And use this new skill for good activities. Good activities, I'm telling you. And power. I would like to expand the word power, POWR. Power is first, I say, perception. What kind of perceptions you have about an activity or an event or an organization or a team of people? That perception is very, very important. Is it positive? Yes, you generate enthusiasm. And what's the kind of outlook you have about things is very, very important. You need to look at it. And what's the kind of willpower you have to achieve things is what you look at it. And enthusiastic. And if necessary, reinvent things. Because certain old things may not be useful, you need to reinvent it so it can be useful in the current environment, what we're talking about. Let's see the process of enthusiasm. And get into the positive mindset and attitude is very, very important. My dear friends, positive attitude is very, very important. You need to have the positive mindset which is required. And get excited about the person you are going to meet. Get excited. I know when I go and meet Dr. Manish Garu, it excites me because he's doing so much of great work, especially focusing on the rural community. I know that with the NSS program, so many programs he's getting involved, NCC programs and so many other things. And he does a lot of programs in the rural areas. And most often he invites me to address those blogs. I think recently he did one program in one of the village for rural women belonging to particular community. And it is really surprising to see. And at the end of it, people have come out some ideas and hopefully they'll implement and start making a livelihood for them. They'll be able to start earning, it can happen. So get excited about the person whom you're going to meet and look at it. Show enthusiasm about the thing that the person you are influencing is passionate about it. Look at what the kind of things which you're looking for. Can you influence on it? And that's the level get excited and start working on it can happen. So study the mindset of the people, what kind of things they're looking for, and is there a way can we enthuse them and they'll perform exceedingly well can happen. Because those ladies, when they came the program, they all were keen on doing something of their own. And when we talking about some of these ideas in the entire program, and people got excited and they started discussing some of the things that are happening. And that's what's going to happen. When they begin to get more excited in the conversation, they are now open to sessions. When they get excited in the process of conversation, the way you are talking, the way you're communicating with them, and they get excited and they automatically start showing interest in the work, in the task, in the talk, and then they'll start thinking on those lines and maybe put to practice, things can happen. So the first session should be fact-finding question about them or topics they are interested about it. First, you need to understand the people. You need to understand what kind of things they like it, what the kind of information they're looking for. Maybe you can have few dialogues with them and try to find out, elicit the opinion, what kind of things they're looking for it. And then you talk about it, that will enthuse these people whom you're working with. Combining enthusiasm with real knowledge of the person. Combining enthusiasm, because please understand each and every person has got some talent. It is for us to identify what those talents are. With our knowledge, can we give them some additional tips and so they can excel, can happen. With the knowledge of the person, you will be able to convince them of almost anything you would like to do it is possible. So first you need to study the person, identify what are the areas, and is there a way can we use our knowledge and enthuse them, and that will start working on it and you'll reach the goal whatever he wants it. I would say 5 E's are very, very important. First and foremost, you need to have enthusiasm. And second, willing to experiment. Take a risk, willing to experiment, maybe on a small prototype, and do that. Only when the prototype is successful, then we can go for real manufacturing, what we talk about it. So enthusiasm, experiment, and gain the experience. If it's successful, go ahead further. If it's some failure, go back and look at what went wrong and repeat. My dear friends, success, what to repeat, failure, what not to repeat. Simple words. So experience, what the kind of experience you had. If it's a good experience, fun, use it for future. If it's not so good experience, go back and introspect and see what went wrong and see how do you overcome the challenge. And that thing should not be. And build the expertise because you already have enthusiasm, experimented, experience. Now build the expertise required and you can move towards excellence can happen. These 5 E's are very, very important if you really want to achieve the success in it. And first and foremost is enthusiasm. Then experiment, experience, and expertise, and you can move towards excellence. Enthusiasm affects, it can battle fear and worry is possible. What are the fear you have? What are the worries? It can battle with that because your enthusiasm will kill those fear and worry can happen. It can prevail over stress. Even sometimes, most often, for a variety of reasons, we go through stress. It can prevail because that enthusiasm will make you to work more and more can happen. Simple example, some of you, the college students, when you're working for the late night for your annual day function or some fest and so on, look at the way you don't feel stress. You'll work even late night because you are passionate about it, you are enthusiastic about it, you are keen on doing something great. So it can prevail or stress can happen. It has the ability to persuade people because you are enthusiastic. It has the ability to persuade people to come into line. And in fact, I've been encouraging a number of people to get into this online mode. I have encouraged a couple of my colleagues also at IPE. I said, why don't you start? Because you have the expertise, experience, and convert as a video forms. And they've created it. So today, it has a powerful medium we have in technology facilitates. It encourages action. Not only that, it encourages action also. We start work on it. So it can battle fear and worry. It can prevail over the stress. It has the ability to persuade and it encourages action. And it makes obstacles easier to overcome. What are the kind of obstacles is there? We can easily overcome those obstacles in our life because that enthusiasm will push through it. Obstacles will automatically give the way to us to move forward can happen. It brings more success to our lives and to those around us. When you have that enthusiastic, it creates an effect of more success to us and also people around us or the team, what we have it, or the organization which we're working, it creates that environment in the organization. So the enthusiasm brings, so the effects of enthusiasm, it can battle fear and worry, it can prevail over the stress, it has the ability to persuade, and it encourages action, it makes obstacles easier to overcome whatever we're talking about. It brings more success to our lives, and not only that, people around us, maybe our family or friends or college mates or the society at large. I would suggest to the youth, జీవితానికి జీతానికి పనిచేయవద్దు జీతానికి పనిచేయవద్దు జీవితం కోసం పనిచేయండి జీతానికి పనిచేయద్దు జీవితం కోసం పనిచేయండి జీవితం కావాలంటే లక్ష్యం మాత్రమే ఉండాలి జీవితం కావాలంటే లక్ష్యం మాత్రమే ఉండాలి అండ్ జీతం ఉండకూడదు ఐ రిపీట్ అగైన్ ఫర్ బెనిఫిట్ జీతానికి పనిచేయొద్దు జీవితం కోసం పనిచేయద్దు జీవితం కావాలంటే లక్ష్యం మాత్రమే ఉండాలి జీతం జీతం is a byproduct, so you need to stay focused. But unfortunately what is happening is youth లక్ష్యాన్ని నిర్లక్ష్యం చేస్తున్నారు. You need to stay focused, and that is very, very important. I would say 14 ways to harness the power of enthusiasm. 14 ways you can do it. First and foremost is follow your bliss, the happiness. What the task which gives you happiness, follow on that is what you look at it. Think of the things that you want to attain in your life. Think of the things what you want to achieve in life. Think of the things what you want to acquire in life. Think of the things what you want to attain. These are the kind of things you need to have it. And that's very, very important. And have a plan. You need to have a plan of action. My dear young friends, dare to dream and strive to achieve that. Thinking small is a crime. That's what Dr. Kalam used to talk about it. Dream big. So have a plan. I would say there's a Sanskrit quote. Kalpana, Sankalpana, Parikalpana, Rupkal. Kalpana is dream. Sankalpana, the power of determination is required. Parikalpana, your plan of action is required. When you take care of these three, Rupakal picture just in front of you. So have the plan of action. You need to have it in a time bound manner. Not don't. You need to have a time bound manner which you need to talk about it. There's a plan. There's no time limit. Then you will not achieve it. Time bound manner. And get out of the victim mode. Don't have that negative feelings. Come out of that is what you need to do. Surround yourself with people who are enthusiastic and optimistic, the kind of work what you want to talk about. You need to have a company of right kind of people. It's very, very important. That's what we say, Sat Sangat in college. Company of good people are required. That's the reason sometimes parents and teachers, elders, they can, what kind of friends you have it. So surround yourself with people who are enthusiastic and optimistic. You need to look at it. You need to think about it. And stimulate yourself into a state of high enthusiasm. Stimulate yourself. You need to put yourself in a high enthusiasm. Then only you can enthuse your team who is working for you, enthuse your colleagues who are working with you in the organization. That you need to look at it. And develop the habit of asking questions. Question. The more the questions you raise it, you will get the answers, if not today, tomorrow. I always use my quote. Prashnena, Prati Prashnena, Abha Prashnena, Abhi Prashn. Not only questioning, counter questioning also. Don't be afraid, just ask questions. And all questions must. So ask questions and develop the right attitude towards the things which you want to achieve. Develop the right attitude. You need to focus. My dear friends, attitude leads to altitude to which you want to climb. If you have the right attitude, if you have the positive attitude, you can climb the altitude what you want in your life, can achieve it. So it's very, very important to develop the right attitude. Give all of your attention to what you are doing. It's very, very important. Put your entire attention, energy, and effort, everything on that. Give all of your attention to what you are doing it. My dear friends, not only attention, you need to have the concentration. Attention is only just physical presence, concentration, mental presence. It's very, very important. So put the entire attention, concentration on that. Attention plus concentration will get to distinction the work what you're doing. So you need to have that. And get your energy level up. You need to be energetic. It's very, very important. You need to be energetic. So energy level should be up and you need to do that. And lower your levels of bad stress. There are certain things, negative things, we all have it. And give that lower levels of, lower your levels, what is obstructing you, stop them there, don't allow them to overpower you. And apply your strengths. You need to know what kind of strengths you have it. Strengthen the strengths further and further. Weaken the weaknesses further and further down. You need to do it. That's how you can work on this. And once you achieve this 14 ways and begin to implement the ideas what you have it. I quickly go through those 14 ways to harness the power of enthusiasm. First and foremost is follow your bliss. Think of the things that you want to attain and have a plan. Get out of the victim mode and surround yourself with the people who are enthusiastic and optimistic, the kind of task what you've taken up. And stimulate yourself into a state of high enthusiasm, high energy levels, high expectations. You think about it. And ask questions. Develop the habit of asking questions and develop the right attitude, because that can lead to the altitude you want to climb. And give all your attention with concentration to the thing what you are doing it, you need to have it. In Telugu we say manasa, vacha, karmana, you need to work for it. And get your energy level up and lose your levels of bad stress. That's where I said it. Strengthen the strengths further and further and weaken the weakness further and further. You look at it. And apply your strengths. And once you're done, start working on it, and you will achieve the success what you're talking about it, whatever you want to talk about it. And let me conclude it. Follow these 14 steps which are talked about in order to kindle the fire of enthusiasm. Please note this point. Follow the 14 things which are talked about in order to kindle the fire of enthusiasm. You need to create that fire in you, and so it will start working it. Keep it burning until you have achieved everything that you want in your life. Keep it burning. That desire to excel, you must keep burning until you achieve everything that you want to achieve. Maybe right now as a student, maybe tomorrow in life, maybe you want to achieve in your life. And that you need to focus on it. If you think of each of your goals as a seed that you are planting, you look at it. Each of the goals is a seed you are planting it. And please understand it. Enthusiasm is the fertilizer that helps the seed to grow. Enthusiasm plays a role of fertilizer. Please understand it. So if you think each of your goals as a seed that you're planting, You need to have the enthusiasm, fertilizer that helps the seed to grow. You can move to greater heights can happen. Be enthusiastic always, and that can lead to success. I bring in a Telugu quote here. Yuvataram desaniki vennumuka laanti. Youth has, we talk about India has a huge young population. Almost 50% is youth population we have in this country. That is 18 to 35 years age group, which is highly productive in nature, and that kind of people we have. How long we will keep on listening India as a developing country, transform as a developed nation? We are all capable, believe me, trust me. It is all possible. Yuvataram desaniki vennumuka like backbone of the country's economy. Navya Shakti Kotta Alochanaki, new energy, new enthusiasm in habit, bring in new ideas. And don't go by the old system, bring in new ideas into the organizations. Navya Shakti Kotta Alochanaki, new energy, enthusiasm is required, and new ideas is required to transform this country when you look at it. And ఆ శక్తులు యుక్తులు సద్వినియోగమైతే వారి భవిత బంగారము. When you combine your strength with the ideas what you have it and channelize it with enthusiasm, you can lead to success what you're looking at. ఆ యవ్వన శక్తి పక్కదారి పడితే, if you do lose track of the sight what you have it, ఆ యవ్వన శక్తి పక్కదారి పడితే వారి జీవితం కష్టాల పాలవుతుంది. వారితో పాటు వారి కుటుంబ సభ్యుల జీవితం కూడా కష్టాలు. Not only your life, your entire family's life will go away. I repeat again for your benefit. Yuvataram desaniki vennumuka laanti, backbone to the country's economy. Navya Shakti Kotta Alochanaki Vedika, new energy, new enthusiasm. ఆ శక్తులు యుక్తులు సద్వినియోగమైతే వారి భవిత బంగారం అవుతుంది. ఆ యవ్వన శక్తి పక్కదారి పడితే వారి జీవితం కష్టాలు పడుతుంది. వారి కుటుంబ సభ్యుల జీవితం. So my dear young friends, let me end the thing. Enthusiasm is a superpower. Success all depends on you, how you carry forward yourself. Allow that burning desire to excel things, and that should continue to fire. The fire should continue to exist till you reach the goal. What is it? Till you what you want to achieve it, you need to allow that fire to continue in you, and then you can move forward, achieve things. There may be obstacles in life you can easily overcome with that enthusiasm, the power of enthusiasm. You can overcome. You need to have the right attitude. You need to have the company of good people. You need to have a team of people. Is very, very important. In fact, I use the word team, which stands for together everyone achieves more, and that's the power of team. Choose the right kind of people in the team who are also equally enthusiastic, and with all combined strength, you can achieve the goals very easily. I'm telling you, there's nothing called impossible. It's a power of determination combined with enthusiasm. You can achieve the things what you want in your life. With these few words, I'd like to thank Dr. Manish Garu for giving me this opportunity to be the first speaker of Dr. CM Talks. Over to you.
Thank you, sir.